Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how can we see the grouped rows in the comma separated values. Like here we can see I have used the TTC opportunity dataset. Here I have grouped by industry and the product name. Okay. So now industry is coming in one column and product name is coming in the other column, but if we can see the product name, it is coming in the separate rows. But I want to see like in the single row, I want to see the agriculture and all the product name in the comma separated values. Let me show you how it will look like. See, this is the final outcome that I need to get it. I need to have the industry and the product in the single row. Whatever the product which is associated with the industry, it should come in the single row. So this we can achieve it by using the data flow and manipulating the data set. Here we are going to see how can we achieve this. So from this we are going to achieve this one. Okay. So for that, first we need to create the data flow. I have already created the data flow and I have done everything. I will explain you all transformation one by one, how I achieved this. Okay. Before that, let me explain this with the Excel sheet. So we are having the data set with the opportunity data. Let's assume this is having the opportunity name, opportunity number, industry, and the product. Okay. So opportunity one is having agricultural industry and the product as phone. And next opportunity apparel as the industry and the product is mini laptop. Like that it is having in the data set. So we are using the SFDC digest transformation for bringing the data set into the data flow. Okay. So we are bringing the Salesforce object opportunity into the data flow. For that we are using the SFDC digest. I will show you how we have done here. So this is here we have used the edge mode because we are bringing the data set. If we are going to bring the object from the Salesforce, we need to use the SFDC digest. Here we are going to bring from the opportunity data set. So I have used the edge mode. Okay. So let me open this. So just we have given the name and we have referred the data set. Okay. So first step is done. Next, what we are doing, we are creating the one additional variable called dummy. Okay, we are creating the one additional column in the existing data set, that is DTC opportunity data set, and we are storing the value as 1. Okay, this one we are going to utilize later. Let's see. So for creating the calculated column, we need to use the compute expression. Okay, so I have used the compute expression for creating the calculated column. That column name is dummy, and I have just given the numerical value as 1. If I am giving the numerical value is 1 means all the records will have the value as 1. So all the opportunity record will get assigned as 1. Okay. Next, what we are going to do, we are going to use the compute relative transformation. Compute expression is used for applying the calculation in the same row. Like we need to apply the calculation based on the same row information. We can't get the other row information and apply the calculation. Here in the compute relative, we can get the information from the other row and apply the calculation. So for that, we will be grouping the things. So we have grouped by industry. So all the agriculture will come first, then apparel will come because we have grouped by industry. So all the related thing will come first. Okay. Then we have created the another one field called multi-product field. Okay. As I told, we can apply the compute expression from the other rows. In the compute expression, we can apply from the same row, but in compute relative, we can apply the calculation from the other rows. So what we have done, we are getting the previous row and the current row. We are combining both information. So for the first thing, there won't be any previous row because this is the first one, but the current row will be there. So that value we are taking and putting as phone. And next, when it goes to next row, previous value is phone and the current value is a keyboard. So both is combined and coming as phone keyword. Like that, it will keep on adding. So we are keep on adding the previous value and the new value. This will get reset once it reaches to the next group. So next group is apparel, so it will start from the beginning. And we have created the another dummy variable. It is nothing but it will keep on adding the rows. So first and second and third, and when it comes to other, it will again start from one. Let's see how I have achieved in the data flow. So this is the compute relative. I have partition by is nothing but grouped by. I have grouped by industry and I have ordered by product name ascending. Okay. So that's why agriculture will come first and apparel will come second. And I have created two computed fields. That is nothing but one is multi-product field and another one is dummy two fields. Okay. So let me open the multi-product field. Here I have applied the SQL. I have used the case statement in the SQL. So this coalx is used for checking first not null values. Okay. So when previous value of product name is empty, means if previous value is not having anything, then we are just taking the current value and we are applying, means there is no previous value. If previous value is there, means previous. Okay, next, and also we should not have the duplicates in the two rows. So we are checking whether previous value and current value is having same value. If same value is there, we are not going to do anything. We are just going to put whatever in the previous we are taking and we are putting the same thing. So this is how we can achieve the compute relative expression, and by using this formula we have achieved in this format. Okay. So next thing is another one compute relative transformation that we have used here. What we are doing, see here, if you are seeing, we are having the multiple rows, but we need just one row in the single group. That too, we just need the row which is having the all the values. So what we are doing, we are grouping again by industry, but we are just taking the last row in the everything. So here also we are taking last row, here also we are taking last row. So instead of taking the last row, what I have done, I have sorted this dummy value in the descending order, and I have took the first values in the each group information. So let me open this. Let me go to the multi-product too. So here, if you can see, I have taken the first value. So I have put the descending order and I have taken the first value. Here, if I can see, I have ordered it by descending value. Okay. So this is how I have achieved the compute relative next thing. So now this is what we wanted. Okay. We got this information. We additionally created some columns, calculated columns, dummy and dummy 2 and multi-product. So these columns we don't need. So we can drop these columns using the slice data sets so that we won't get these columns in our final data set. Okay, let me open the drop column. Here, sorry, let me open the slice data set, and here I have used a drop. Drop means I will be dropping these three columns. It won't be there in the final data set. Okay. And the final thing is SFDC register. It is used for creating the data set. Okay. Which source node is drop. So whatever drop transformation is returning, that we are putting in the SFDC register so that it will create the data set. Okay. So now we got the data set, and let me see how it will look like in the UI. So industry product multi, this is the data set that we created from the data flow. I have just selected industry and multi-product too. So this is the multi-product to column. This is the final thing that we created. So now we can see the rows in the comma separated values. This is the industry and the rows in the comma separated value. So this is how we can achieve this use case. Let me know if you are having any doubts in the comments. Thank you for watching the video. Bye.